Hey. I already screwed up.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the boosnbays podcast. I'm your host Jace. This is Madison.
I clearly cannot do it as well.
And
as you.
As fast. I know.
And as fast. Or at all.
I'm like that though. I've been doing it for what, 40-something episodes, 50-something episodes?
Yeah. I feel like all words went out of my head as soon as we hit that big red button.
But you know what? I probably can't do the outro, so...
You said so we can't really super replace you, but
yeah,
I'm just saying I could learn it.
So I'll let you do the outro. I'll stick to the intros.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I just want to switch it up, try something different, obviously.
Gotta shake it up.
If it's not broken, don't fix it, kind of thing.
Facts.
So
today, I'll let you know what we'll be talking about. Bridges.
Wow.
You know what?
What a nice topic. Bridges. Woo.
The scariest bridges. It's just
wow.
Haunted bridges.
Haunted bridges.
You know what? We're actually... The next episode is going to be us touring all of them to see if Jace can measure up. But, first one is a little bit close to home. Very close to home, actually, that we could visit. I-4.
Ugh.
Have you seen how many accidents are on I-4? Probably,
Yeah.
Not even probably, actually, weekly.
No, daily.
Really?
I feel like daily there's accidents on I-4.
Yeah. The traffic is always backed up. It's pretty much the most horrendous. I say it all the time, I would rather drive to Tallahassee than drive on I-4 to Orlando.
Really?
It's tough. That's a real tough drive. Because you got the Disney traffic, you got the Universal traffic.
Yeah, UCF, people going to UCF.
They're the worst.
Yeah, no, I feel like it's bad, but, I mean, I'd rather drive, I-4 than driving 4 or 5 hours to Tallahassee.
Yeah, but there's not much happening back there. It's just vibes.
That's even scarier. How's none of those roads?
Why are you driving at night or anything?
I'm not. I'm just driving back roads in Tallahassee. That's scary. Taxidermy,
Taxidermy?
Yeah, there's some taxidermy people up there.
Do you not think that they do it here? Do you think the taxidermy capital is in Tallahassee?
I mean, it's definitely more country than Trampa. You know? Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not finding a taxidermy shop down here.
Okay.
But in Tallahassee, where it's kind of rural, I'm not, come on. I'm not going to find a Chick-fil-A up there. Or maybe, but, I'm not going to find, a Kobe's and,
Okay, that's fair. There is a Kobe's up there,
I don't know.
But that's okay. It's more so leading up to Tallahassee is the spooky part. But...
Okay.
Going back to I-4.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's spooky about I-4?
Well, I-4 was constructed over a mass grave of yellow fever victims who died in 1887 in a failing Catholic colony. The colony's leader, Father Felix Swemberg, allegedly contracted the fever and died without performing the last rites of the deceased at their final resting place, causing their uneasy spirits to haunt the area. In 1960, I-4 was under construction and progress was halted by Hurricane Donna inexplicably changing course and destroying the work completed over the burial ground. Multiple tornadoes and hurricanes have also struck it over and over again, and such as in 2004 when storms began to disrupt more and more of the construction work, which is why it's been literally a 35-year project that hasn't been finished. But they think that all of the dropped phone calls, the dropped radio stations, the accidents that occur are all because of these mass grave sites that were just built over, essentially.
Okay. But, what, do you know what part of I-4?
Well, the most scary, notable part would be by Sanford.
Okay.
Orlando.
Yeah.
The dead zone. It's I think it's exit, if I remember correctly, I think it's exit 104. I'm driving it.
Okay.
I think it's 104.
Yeah, I mean...
That's...
So, is it... I don't know. I feel like there's, certain, Well, first off, you said we're talking about bridges. I-4 is not a bridge.
Well, that part of I-4 is a bridge.
Oh, my gosh. So, I was thinking, I think we talked about it before in one of the other podcasts, where it was, there's a bridge you drive on, and then you, park at your car, and there's, handprints on your windshield, and, your car, kind of moves a little bit. You put a Snickers bar on your roof, it's gone.
Yeah, that would be me.
That's what I want. I don't see myself driving on the side of I-4, parking myself, and then getting flipped over or something like that. Come on now.
Let's test it. Let's find
I'm
out.
probably gonna get in an accident before I can even reach that part.
That's actually factual.
So.
Well, the rest of the bridges, I guess, are more up to your standard.
Good. I don't know why you included I-4.
Apologies. I apologies. The next one is the Sachs Covered Bridge.
Sachs.
In
how do you spell that?
Pennsylvania.
How do you spell that?
Sachs.
Okay.
How else would you pronounce it?
No, we're gonna keep it like that. All right.
Should I not say it? Satches. It was built in 1852, connecting both banks of Marsh Creek in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
It's now closed to everything but foot traffic because they didn't want to rebuild the bridge, but it cannot withhold any.
Is it like
anymore.
wooden or?
Yeah.
Okay.
It kind of looks, honestly, a little bit like a wooden schoolhouse, a little bit.
A wooden schoolhouse.
Mm-hmm. Like it.
Oh,
it
it's
looks like almost like a.
It's like a bridge, but it has like an awning over it and everything. Okay, yeah.
It kind of looks a little cool. It looks like something you would see at like a
like Cracker Country.
I love Cracker Country.
I think we've already talked about that.
Yeah, we have talked about it. This is a Cracker Country like fan podcast.
Like, oh my gosh.
But it was once a hub for soldiers fighting in the 1863 Battle of Gettysburg. So over the course of 3 days, at that spot, over 50,000 soldiers lost their lives. So a lot of people claim to see Confederate ghosts hung from the rafters of the bridge.
Oh.
They'll see like their soldiers' floating heads. They'll see like I guess like fighting apparitions. They refer to another spirit as the smoking ghost, who can be summoned if you place a lit cigarette on the railing.
You already know I did that.
And
Come
then
on now.
apparently, if you just leave it long enough, you can watch the ghost take a puff of it.
You just see smoke just.
That's what I'm saying. Like Casper's just needs like a nick break, maybe.
I wonder if you put a vape out there, if you.
It's 2024. It's definitely a strawberry melon vape they're trying to hit.
I'm thinking like maybe put like a joint out there too.
Do you think like someone in the 1800s like that smoked cigarettes, if you gave them a vape, like do you think that their lungs would withstand it, or do you think something would happen?
What do you mean what?
Because I feel like.
Huh?
Well, I guess they smoked unfiltered cigarettes.
Yeah. I'm sure people like smoked weed back then too.
Yeah, but like.
You know.
Probably.
Yeah. So give them a little joint.
Give them an edible. I'm gonna give them a sour watermelon edible.
Oh my gosh! Weren't you supposed
to the 1500s and see where that takes the group?
Yeah, no. I want to try that though. Like honestly.
An edible?
No. Oh my gosh. Like lighting a cigarette and letting it go, like take a puff.
Yeah, I agree. I think that it would be. I'm down for anything that's summoning a ghost that's not a Ouija board.
Yeah, you know?
It's like almost like a... Like, not a harmless summoning.
Okay. Yeah.
You know?
Where you're just like kind of chilling, vibing. We're sitting in the car on the bridge, just like,
what
hey.
if, you know?
Like, hey, what's up? Like, he's in the back, you know, picking up the mic, being like, hey, I died here, 500 years ago, or 150 years ago.
I would love to have a ghost on the podcast. I think that they would thrive.
I think what we could do is do like the Estes method, and I'll just be like under, and you're gonna be talking to the ghost.
I think if one of us were to do it, it would have to be. I don't know. Who do you think would be better suited being under, and who would be better suited like doing the questions?
I think I should be under.
Okay.
Because I think personally. If I'm asking the question,
personally, unconscious and unprovoked, don't know what's gonna come out of you.
No, like I'm pretty sure. Like the craziest part is I'd be beefing with the ghost. Like if I'm like, oh, who am I talking to? They're like Charlie or whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm like, why? Like, what are you doing here, Charlie? Like, what do you want us to what do you want us to do for you or whatever? He's like, just shut up or something like that. I literally start bantering with the ghost. I'd be like, no, you shut the fuck up. Like, like literally can fade right now. No. I don't know where you are, but like literally gonna start swinging. And,
no, I get that.
You know, stuff like that. So like it could take a wrong turn like in like pretty soon.
In an instant.
Yeah, so I feel like if I'm under, and I'm pretty sure like I'd fall asleep if I was under, but like you would ask like the good questions like, oh, like how can we help you? And I'm like, get me out.
Like the kid from The Shining, like the Red Ram. You know?
Oh yeah.
Have you seen The Shining?
Parts of it, bits and pieces.
That's crazy.
Is it?
I feel like it's if you like any horror movies, it's like a must see.
My favorite horror movie is Autopsy of Jane Doe. Of all time.
I haven't seen that.
Great. It's on Netflix. Go watch it tonight.
No, I have seen it, but I'm saying like I haven't seen it in a really long time.
Yes, go watch it again tonight.
Is it that good?
I love it.
That's crazy. I can't remember a single thing about it.
Because it's not like...
I feel like I get that and the butterfly effect confused, and I don't know why. I think they just had similar lighting.
I haven't seen the butterfly
And I saw them around the same times.
There's another...
The butterfly effect, I think, has Ashton Kutcher. The one movie that changed my life was Donnie Darko.
No, Donnie Darko is kind of confusing for me.
That's fair.
Like, I liked it, but it was kind of confusing.
I have not watched another movie like Donnie Darko. If anyone has recommendations.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah, I want to go on my horror movie binge again. I'm off this week, so I want to watch my movies.
It's coming up to fall.
So...
It's coming right up to the tail end of...
What?
Like, it's coming up to fall. So it's going to be like spooky, like horror movie season.
I do that year round. Christmas time, I'm watching Conjuring. Holiday class.
Looks like Santa.
Krampus.
Close enough. I haven't seen Krampus. I think I would like Krampus, actually.
Like in person or like...
As a friend.
Yeah, I don't think you said that when we talked about Krampus on the podcast.
Maybe.
I said I could beat him up. I think you said you would run away. So
yeah, but I've been going to the Pilates bar class or whatever. So I feel like now I have a better chance. Anyway,
what's that? What's the next bridge? What's the next bridge?
Is Stuckey's Bridge in Mississippi, and it's
Stuckey's like Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's Bridge. Nope, we're not talking about Buc-ee's.
Do not even start
We're not talking about
Buc-ee's.
We're not talking about Buc-ee's.
So basically, we got this gang called the Dalton Gang. They were a group of outlaws led by the Dalton brothers, robbing banks and trains in the 1800s.
All right.
So basically, they traveled all through the meridian of Mississippi, and then one day they left behind Stuckey.
Stuckey?
Yeah, one of the members. He opened up an inn near the Chunky River and would lure in new guests, wait for them to sleep, and then kill them.
Where is this at?
Mississippi.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah.
Stuckey? And what's Chunky and Stuckey? Stuckey stayed on the Chunky River. Is that correct?
Stuckey on the Chunky, yes. That sounds like a tongue twister. But basically, he buried all the bodies near the bridge. Mm-hmm. And when like reports went around, the police were like, probably the suspect that has been robbing people for the past 10 years from out of town. So he was hung from the bridge as punishment for the 20 murders that he allegedly committed. Stop.
20 murders?
After 5 days of hanging, his body dropped into the water. So there was never any final resting place. And they didn't cut him down. So... That's
crazy. You just hang him up there and then just like...
leave them.
Yep.
Right, because it's like I have heard about that. Is that that has happened in like the back when people used to hang people more regularly. Is like they would hang them, and then some people, like spectators, would kind of just like sit around for a little bit, and then they would kind of like slowly just like trickle out, and then they would just keep them there. And then, like, some people, like, if they missed it, I guess, they'd swing by. I don't know.
That's crazy.
That's
what?
Crazy.
That's crazy.
Because, like, I feel like it should be, like, a 2-hour window. Like, if you miss it, it's fine. I mean, you need to see it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they don't have pictures back then, too, so... If you miss it, you miss it.
Missed it. Wait till the next person gets called a witch. I don't know what to tell you. But the spooky part of it is, all of that being said, not only do they... feel presences of the bodies that were buried around there, but witnesses say that they see his apparition swinging from the bridge, and then some have even heard that even without seeing it, they've heard a like large body hit the water.
Ooh, I would want to hear that.
That would...
I want to, like, not in that sense, like, hear a body hit the water, but, like, I want to be on the bridge and hear, like, splash.
That would, I think, almost freak me out more than seeing it, because there's literally, like, that's like a force.
Yeah.
That there's nothing there. That's crazy.
So wait, are these bridges being ranked right now? Are you saying from, like, least scary to, like, most scary?
I was maybe thinking about it, because they all have kind of, like, different haunts going on there. Because, like, and others claim his ghost shoved them off the bridge, attempting to take one last victim.
Okay. Okay. So the spirits try to kill him.
Yeah, basically.
Cool. I kind of want to get shoved like that. Like, I wouldn't mind just, like, just getting a little, like,
forward.
little push.
Yeah, no, I could get that. I definitely think that that one kind of spooks me, I think, so far more than the other ones.
You know, I was thinking about it as well. It's probably a good thing we're not famous, because if we were famous, I think I'd want to go to all these places. And having, like, or, like, if we were famous, we would have the, like, availability and, like, the ability to go to all these places. And, like, the fact that we don't right now kind of, like, is probably for the better, yeah.
Yeah. Because
I would have been dead, like, a couple years ago.
We would be keying until we get pushed
Yeah.
off the bridge.
I was taking the kid's Snickers bar off the top of my roof.
Right.
Like...
Yeah, period.
I would have gotten hungry.
No, exactly.
Bro wasn't taking it, I will. Like,
that's the thing. I would have thought, like, I wouldn't have listened to, like, local legends. You just gotta go and experience, you know?
That's what I'm saying. Like, just go and experience the place.
It's fine. Next bridge is your favorite. Goatman's Bridge.
The Goatman. I like him.
So, if you guys don't remember, it acquired a new name in the 1930s from Texas's Old Alton Bridge, because after a set of actions set forward by the KKK who used to regularly meet there. According to legend, Oscar Washburn was a black farmer who raised goats and became super rich, and the local KKK became super pissed by all of that, and they erected a sign at Alton Bridge reading, "This way to Goatman," and they made it illegal to advertise on the bridge.
Was the dude black?
Yeah. So, you could see why that would be.
Yeah, definitely.
So, the KKK attempted to lynch him, but they found the noose empty, so they burned his whole home to the ground with his family inside instead.
Damn.
Yeah. So the entity of Goatman is reportedly summoned by speaking its name while crossing the bridge. They describe the creature as 8 feet tall, built like a centaur, the addition of large curling horns on its head. Its fur described as black or deep red, and it allows the Goatman to blend into darkness so their victims can't see him. But they also warn you, if you cross the bridge at 3 a.m., you may see visions of fire and the pits of hell itself.
See, that's just something I want. Like, not that I want to see that, but, like, that's just something, like, I don't believe it, so, like, I want to see it.
Yeah, because I feel like I more believe things that are attached to historical events. Like the one even in, like, Pennsylvania that we just read about. Like, it happened, like, obviously it'll probably be haunted if it was a spot of, like, the Gettysburg.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, there's, like, historical, like, there's like, remembrance.
Historical significance.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure we could use, like, trigger objects, too, to, like, kind of help our case. Like, if you brought, like, a goat to the bridge. Just, like, kind of let it do its thing.
Object.
Yeah, let it do its thing, you know?
Yeah, no, we get that. We definitely get that.
I think that would be the scariest thing, if I saw a goat man. Like, I think Chucky, or not Chucky, but, or not Chunky.
Not Chunky.
What's his name? Slacky?
Stucky?
Stucky. If I saw Stucky, I might give two shits. I'm not gonna lie with you. Like, fair. Respectfully, Stucky doesn't seem like that scary.
No.
But Goatman?
Goatman throws down.
Yeah, like, I'm probably, like, 8 feet tall. I'm 5'10". Like,
He said I ain't going anywhere.
I'm not. Yeah, like I'm not gonna be able to do anything. So.
That's fair. The next bridge, which will probably be our last bridge,
Okay.
is Emily's Bridge in Vermont.
Oh, this sounds nice. Emily, like.
Emily's Bridge just
Like,
sounds
this
like,
sounds
oh,
nice. Yeah.
Emily's Bridge.
No, exactly. Like, that sounds nice.
Like, I like that.
I'm gonna go there.
Well, you shouldn't. Because
said
it's
Virginia?
supposedly haunted. Vermont. I love Vermont. 10 out of 10. Well,
Nice.
I was only there for a couple days, and it's great if you like to snowboard and ski and stuff.
Okay, and go to Emily's Bridge.
Yeah, but it's supposedly haunted by a ghost with claws. So maybe
Ghost
not.
with claws?
Yeah. The Gold Brook Bridge in Stowe, Vermont has stood since the 1800s, but a death occurred there over 100 years later that has defined it for its locals. According to the lore, a woman, Emily, the daughter of a poor family, fell in love with a wealthy man's son. Against his family's wishes, the pair decided to elope and agreed to meet on Gold Brook Bridge. When Emily arrived, her beau wasn't there, and when he failed to appear, she took her own life in the bridge's rafters. In another version of the story, Emily searches for her fiancé after he failed to arrive at the altar, and as she veered onto the bridge, she missed her turn and crashed the carriage, killing both herself and her horse. In both versions of the legend, Emily now haunts the bridge that locals call her by name. They report her presence screaming on the covered bridge, scratching any vehicles, animals, or people that pass her. Some have photographed orbs, blurred figures. Others have photographed even it's almost like because they did like a long description of it, but it's basically like a blurry, like far off version of like a woman, but you can tell that it's not there kind of situation. And then other people find that all of their electronic equipment malfunctions, and then their battery is just drained.
Okay, so bro kind of got stood up pretty much, and then like.
Yeah, so basically which I also think it's crazy, like there's no like whatever happened with that, it was, or like the guy, she just didn't get married, and it was either way, he just could have broken up with her.
Yeah, he just literally ghosted her, literally and figuratively.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a little extreme.
What, he ghosted her?
No, more so, I feel bad if she did crash, because that's not her fault.
But also, like, at the same time, not gonna lie, how the fuck do you crash a carriage?
Well,
respectfully though, like, how do you do that?
You said so respectfully. Isn't it like with like, I don't know.
You have a horse on like the front, and you're driving this wagon.
I don't actually know how that works, because I don't know, like, do you give the horse like tips?
Tips?
Not. I can't think, like not, what is it? Like direction?
You have like the leads, and like I guess you pull the lead in the direction that you would want to go. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a horse jockey, so I wouldn't know, but like that's what I'm assuming would happen.
Okay.
I just but the horse, the thing about it is the horse has its like a mind of its own kind of thing. Like it'll follow your directions, but if the horse is about to run into a tree, the horse is not going to run into that tree. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's fair.
Like the horse is gonna be like, nah, bitch, I'm not gonna.
I wonder
keep
if it was
going.
like, maybe it was wet, and then the horse like slipped.
I guess we'll never know.
Damn.
I just don't like because I feel like there's not a lot of carriages, so like you're not gonna crash into another one.
Okay, that's
And
fair.
then two, it's like.
Did they have like carriage accidents?
Like I just don't know how like an accident like that happens. Like I know
Okay.
it does. Like anything can happen, but like how the fuck does that happen?
That's fair.
Like it's not like a car where like you can hydroplane and smash into something. It's like, bruh.
Yeah.
there's
It's
a
not
horse.
right here.
There's a horse with a carriage. Like.
So what do you think your rankings are of like the ones we talked about?
All I'm gonna say is I-4 was fucking last.
Okay, have you driven over that one part?
No,
of
but
I-4?
I-4 is just so weak of a bridge.
That's fair. I compared to the other ones, because I think I-4 is mostly like the electronics go. It's nothing physical. The rest of them are like physical.
But, like,
you're
see,
getting your ass kicked a little bit.
That's the thing. Like, if my electronics malfunction, like if I'm driving that part of I-4 and my radio goes off, like I'm listening to my music, I'm gonna be more pissed than like scared. You know what I'm saying?
I'm swinging actually on the ghost instead.
Like, if my music just cuts off, I'm pissed.
Yeah, that's fair.
But the other one's like Emily, bro, she's gonna key my, like, she's gonna get her claws and scratch my car. I'm also gonna be pissed, but it's gonna be a little bit scarier.
A different type of pissed.
Yeah, a different type of pissed.
Yeah, no. A scorned woman is definitely a scarier ghost, I would say.
Preach, sister. Goat man, though. Like I said, 8 foot.
Goat man, I think
You take me.
it would have to depend. I think
on what? On what?
On what happens. Like, if I see goat man, if it's just like one of those things where he just like is there, just in the distance and then disappears into the night, okay. But if he's like charging at me or like trying to like make an eyes that he sees me, then we're gonna have some issues, you know.
He's gonna see your skin tone and be like, "Oh, she is not my race."
Damn. He was black. Or black
He's gonna see
pink.
mine and be like, "He's got the pass."
No, he's black red. I just have to let
Are you
him
black
know.
or red? You're Hispanic.
We're the same. On that, we're gonna.
Oh my
Thank you
gosh.
so much for listening today. Make sure to listen to wherever you listen to podcasts, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Peace.